Hello Gemini, welcome to my channel. This is a reading for the 2nd of January. I'll be reading from the coffee cup and then also I'll be pulling out some cards towards the end. This is the Tarot of the Divine deck that I have here. Okay, Gemini, let's begin. Something here is saying about not having to repeat a process. You don't have to repeat a process, something that you've done time and time again. It's been tiring. It's a tiring process. And it's saying that there's some kind of ending. There's a solution to this. You're no longer having to repeat the same old. Every time when you want to get something done, it's such a long process. So it's just tiring. What I get here, it was just always tiring. And there's a finish with this. There's a new way of doing things quicker. There's something here that I see when you go through this, like, oh, wow, it's now different. Whatever it may be, you're no longer doing the same thing. You realize that you can implement this with many other areas of your life. And I see you putting your feet up. I see you taking a break. You're putting your feet up. You're laying back. You're just, you're like, realizing the importance of you having the need to just stop sometimes and give yourself that. Give yourself a moment. And that is what you want to actually repeat. It's like you're coming to a point here where you're like, okay, I don't mind repeating this. I mean, I no longer want to repeat, these activities or the way how this goes or this process. That's something that's tedious. However, this new way of doing things, I would like to repeat. Like putting my feet up. I would like to repeat this. This is a kind of, I'm seeing a lifestyle change here. Something that feels lighter for you, that feels a little bit more like, it gives you, what I'm seeing here, more space in your mind. Rather than having things overflowing in your mind, overflowing with thoughts and responsibilities and all of these things. So there is a shift with that. I see that you are breaking free. There is a release here. There's a release of a relationship that maybe at times, not necessarily romantic, it could be any kind of relationship that perhaps was a little bit toxic. The negativity and all of that you could do away from for good. And you're finding it not too difficult to walk away from. And here again, I see you putting your feet up after this. It's like, you do something and you feel good about it. And you're not thinking too much about it. You're giving like your mind a mental break is what I see here. And that's something that's important and needed. Like take your mind on vacation for a bit. Your body, like everything. And it's well deserved. I do see a rest here, a break is very well deserved. I see a check for some of you coming in, a check that's going to help. Well, I see you writing out a couple of checks or bills or something like that, but there's something here that you are maybe getting paid back something. Maybe you overpaid on something, you're receiving back the money, but it's something you didn't expect, and it's kind of specific here. I'm seeing lots of gold jewelry, gold, lots of gold around you. For some, you could be investing in gold. You could be kind of being in a place where there's just lots of jewelry around you. Maybe, there's a place that you're going to, Gemini, that feels very luxurious, very high-end, very kind of like, and it's an environment that you don't feel like out of place. You just feel like, yep, I can be here every day. But it could be for some of you. That's what I see here. But there is also, speaking of gold, I do see a golden opportunity. I see a golden opportunity coming your way. And what I'm seeing is that you're exercising this idea of what to do with it. You seem to be thinking about this golden opportunity rather than just jumping at the chance. So, in the beginning, we said that perhaps there was too much overthinking and you needed a break, and there's a process you're not repeating. But when there's this golden opportunity, you seem to be thinking a bit too much about it. For you, there are some necessary steps and things that you have to go through in order for you to fully decide for yourself. But I see the temperature is hot. It's hot. It's a hot ticket. So it's but you're gonna decide quicker than you maybe want to, because there's a time limit. But it can really take you somewhere. I'm seeing a strong tree growing, and it's very fruitful. Will grow fruits, and it's it's something that is very abundant, and it could lead to you going to different destinations. There's something here that it's a new path to your happiness as well. Okay. Oh, look at that. 3 of Wands, 9 of Cups. Libra, 8 of Cups. Okay. 3 of Wands, 9 of Cups, 8 of Cups. Yes. It's non-stop, but you definitely, non-stop, and but just the pace of things, you're changing up for your own well-being. As I was saying, before, it was all kind of go, 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 so much of everything. But there is a new situation at work. 3 of Wands is telling me there's a new situation at work. There's some kind of a new responsibility that will shine a lot of light on you, that says, hey, Gemini, you are perfect for this job. Would you like to take it? There's something there. There's a responsibility that you do very, very well in. But then also in terms of personal relationships, something is coming through that matters a lot to you. You could be very sensitive to this situation, but there's enjoyment and fulfillment here with the 9 of Cups is coming through. There is a wish fulfillment. There is a satisfaction that I'm getting here that will feel very kind of, it has longevity. It has longevity. So it's not something just, fleeting moment. And with the 8 of Cups, it's time for you to head to a new direction. It's time that this, a change is actually being made, and you continue going up. It's not up, down, up, down, up, down, like that process being repeated. It is something new. And we have here the 10 of Cups. Yes. Gemini and the 4 of Wands, 10 of Cups. Look at that. As I was saying, with this new way of doing things, this new direction, this thing that you are loving, this new lifestyle, look, it brings you all this happiness. Look at that. Oh my gosh, these are such great cards. I love it. 10 of Cups, 4 of Wands. Gemini, for some of you, there's a deep connection here with somebody that is being realized, connected deeply, fulfilled. And as I was seeing here with the 9 of Cups, something that you're very sensitive towards, and they're sensitive actually also. And in the recent past, the strings were very kind of raw, and the smallest thing kind of affected you, and but now it's like connected. Now it's not, it's not like you walking in the unknown. There is a big fulfillment here. There is kind of also, I'd have to say, I and I didn't mention in the cup, I apologize, but there's something to do with pregnancy, with family, with going ahead and starting something with somebody, or even if you have a family currently, it's just all being together, maybe renewing your vows, something like that. Anyway, there's something that is a deep, fulfilling commitment. If some of you have no interest whatsoever to do with that, then there is a deep commitment in your new way of life. There's a new way of living with your environment, surroundings, the people around you. You're going to feel very good and strong about. You're creating a very strong foundation for yourself here, Gemini. It's almost unbreakable. It is unbreakable, actually. And this golden opportunity that comes because you've made the decision to really change things kind of really brings about a big change. It's something that, here we go, the strength. It's something that you knew was calling you for quite some time, but it felt like it was very in the distance. The voice was in the distance, the light was in the distance, but it's all coming through now. There is, something is like being bolted, like it's secured, but it's bolted, like that's it, And the strength card shows it, you have like such stamina, you have such kind of, you're very, very, gosh, Gemini, once you put your mind to it, that's it. Like nothing can stop you, nothing will stop you. There have been things in the past that have prevented you from going forward, that prevented you from really kind of trying to open that door. You felt like the door was open, but there's a gate behind the door, And like you can see through that gate, but it's like, no, you're supposed to go through that gate. But there was always certain things there in the way. But now, no more gates. You just open the door and there's a path there for you. And that's because you have stuck true to yourself, to your beliefs. There's something here that you are becoming more in tune with your heart, more connected to your soul, not forgetting who you are, keeping your feet firmly on the ground, but just kind of really continuing on and trusting, I see here, in the world, in the universe, and working with that energy rather than against it, turning the negatives into the positives here. And it works out really, really well for you, as you can see. I love this, Gemini. Thank you so much for being here, Gemini. Well worth the journey. Well worth the journey. Thank you. I really hope that this was helpful. Do take care of yourselves. I love you all. Till next time.